what happens? At altitude, the pressure becomes low, and due to this, the solubility of oxygen to the blood becomes low because the pressure is directly proportional to the mole fraction of the gas. So, because of less oxygen in the blood, the people become weak and unable to think, and this situation is medically called anoxia. Now, let us write this phenomenon. At altitudes, the pressure, that is atmospheric pressure, becomes low, and thus the oxygen concentration, dissolution in blood become low, and that's why the people become weak and unable to think. This condition is medically termed as anoxia. Right? Now the next is, so solubility of gases in liquids generally decreases with increase in temperatures. So solubility of gases in liquids generally decreases with increase in temperature. Right? So the next point is the dissolution process is just like the condensation process, because in dissolution process the solution becomes dense, and in condensation process the particles come close to each other. So condensation process is exothermic process, the heat is going to release. So in the same way, the dissolution process is also an exothermic process, the heat is released, and we know if the heat release means temperature increases, the temperature of the solution increases, and if the temperature increases, the solubility of the gas in the liquid decreases, right? So let's, the dissolution process is just like condensation process. And condensation processes an exothermic process, that is heat released. In the same way that in dissolution the energy released, in the same way in dissolution process the energy, that is heat, energy or heat, is released. So that is exothermic process. And we know that with increase in temperature, the solubility of gas decreases. In liquid solution. Right? Now the next point is limitations of Henry's law. So now the limitations of Henry's law. The first is the gases must not be react with the solvent, and the second is the gases should not be ionized, and the third is the pressure should not be too high and too low. So let's start. The first is gases which can react with solvent not follow the Henry's law. Now the second is gases should not be ionized in the solution. Now for example, H2O, if CO2 is going to mix with H2O, then it will give H2CO3, carbonic acid. So the CO2 react with the water and give the product, so it will not follow the Henry's law in the water. Now the second is SO3 plus H2O, it will give H2SO3. So it will also react, it is not going to give the Henry's law. SO3 plus H2O also give the H2SO4, right? And as NO2 plus H2O gives HNO3, and ammonia plus water gives NH4OH. So these kind of gases which can react with the solvent doesn't follow the Henry's law. Now the next point is pressure should not be too high or too low, right? So pressure should not be too high or too low, right? So these are the limitations of the Henry's law. Now move to the liquid solutions, because the gas liquid solutions has been over. Now come to the liquid solutions. So now the question about the Henry's law. So here the first question is, at what partial pressure oxygen will have a solubility of 0.06 gram per liter in water at 293 Kelvin. KH of oxygen, that means the Henry's law constant of oxygen in water is 46.82 kilobar it is at 303 Kelvin. Now assume the density of solution is same that of the water. So now in this you have to calculate the partial pressure of oxygen. So partial pressure of oxygen, you know the Henry's law. The partial pressure of a gas is equal to the Henry's constant multiply the mole fraction of the gas, that is oxygen. So here this partial pressure you have to calculate. KH is given for you, that is the KH of water in 46.82, that is kilobar. So you have to convert it into bar. So that is 10 to the power 3. This. Now multiply the concentration. This is the mole fraction of oxygen. You have to calculate this first. So mole fraction of oxygen will be moles of oxygen upon moles of oxygen plus the solvent. Solvent is water. So moles of water. Right? Now moles of oxygen will be the weight upon molecular weight, and the weight of oxygen is given, that is 0.06 gram per liter. 0.06 gram is the weight of the oxygen, and per liter, 1 liter is the volume of the water. So here the N oxygen, if you are going to calculate N oxygen, will be the weight 0.06 upon 16, and here NH2O water, if you are going to calculate, it will be 1 liter. 1 liter is equal to 1000 gram. So 1 liter upon 18 is equal to 1000 gram upon 18. 1 liter is equal to 1000 gram, and 18 is the molecular weight. So it will be 55.55, and this 0.06 upon 16, it will be 0.00375 mole. This is also moles. So here moles is of oxygen 0.00375 upon 0.00375 plus this 55.55. So it will be equal to, if you are going to calculate this will be 6.75 into 10 to the power minus 5. So this is the mole fraction of oxygen here. So you will put here the value of mole fraction of oxygen, this, and so it is 3.160 bar, right? So this will be the pressure of oxygen. Now the second question is, Henry's law constant for dissolution of methane in benzene at 298 Kelvin is 2 into 10 to the power minus 5 mm of mercury. Then the solubility of methane in benzene at 298 Kelvin under 760 mm of mercury. So you have to calculate the Henry's law constant for dissolution of methane in benzene at itne is given, right? And you have to calculate the solubility, that means the mole fraction. So here you know pressure is equal to Henry's constant multiply mole fraction of the gas. So you have to calculate the mole fraction here. So mole fraction is equal to pressure upon Henry's law constant. So pressure is given 760 mm of mercury, and KH for the methane gas is given, that is 2 into 10 to the power minus 5. So it will be 3.8 into 10 to the power minus 3. So this will be the mole fraction of the methane gas, methane CH4. So these are the some questions. So now next move to the liquid solutions.